We are also on Weibo. Please check us out for more great videos.
This is the way. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 best moments in The Mandalorian Season 1. For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most memorable, moving, impressive, and unforgettable moments from the first season of the Disney Plus original series, The Mandalorian. This probably goes without saying, but a major spoiler warning is now in effect.
Bringing you in won't just make me a member of the guild?
Number 10, a Mandalorian walks into a bar. Chapter 1. Stop us if you've heard this one before. Just kidding, The Mandalorian is one of a kind. Chapter 1 opens with our titular character making his way into a bar on an unknown icy planet, where a customer finds himself in a spot of trouble. Our laconic anti-hero quickly breaks up the conflict, but while the fight itself is short, it gives Mando ample opportunity to establish himself as a total badass.
Here.
Unfortunately for the musky alien Mithril, this helpful stranger isn't the hero he initially appears to be. It's all business to the bounty hunter.
Is that me? Look, there must be some mistake. I can get you more credits.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
And just like that, a legend of the small screen is born. Can we see that move with the cable one more time? What a star. Number 9, The Battle of Sorgan, Chapter 4, Sanctuary. With the entire Bounty Hunters Guild gunning for him and his ward, Mando is in need of a place to lay low. Unfortunately, wherever our protagonist goes, he finds trouble. On this seemingly backwater planet, Mando and Cara Dune are soon charged with training local krill farmers to combat the neighboring Klatooinian raiders.
Ready, what?
The Mandalorian may be a smaller and more intimate Star Wars story than those told on the big screen, but this battle is nonetheless thrilling, and comes complete with an ATST.
Come on, you got this.
From the mama.
It's a thrilling and emotionally driven skirmish. Of course, this episode was an emotionally charged one for multiple reasons.
I don't belong here, but he does.
I understand. I will look after him as one of my own.
Number 8, Gideon arrives, Queel says goodbye. Chapter 7, The Reckoning.
Queel, are you there? Come in, Queel. Queel, come in.
Despite its modest episode count, Season 1 of The Mandalorian did the franchise proud by introducing a number of memorable characters. Queel, the eccentric Ugnaught moisture farmer, might not be able to compete with Baby Yoda, but his odd mannerisms made him a minor fan favorite, and he'll be sorely missed.
The Blurgs will join me as well.
The Blurgs?
I have spoken.
We hardly knew Queel, but his death still hit like a punch to the gut, especially since he lost his life protecting the child. Of course, Chapter 7 was such an intense episode that viewers didn't have much time to dwell, as we had also just witnessed the dramatic arrival of Moff Gideon.
You have something I want.
Who's this guy?
You may think you have some idea of what you are in possession of, but you do not.
Needless to say, the reckoning seriously upped the stakes. Number 7, Mando vs. Cara Dune, Chapter 4, Sanctuary.
That one over there. When did she arrive?
I've seen her here for the last week or so.
What's her business here?
Business? Oh, well, there's not much business in Sorgan, so I can't say. She doesn't strike me as a log runner.
Our perpetually masked hero might have made short work of the thugs who were threatening Mithril, but as this exchange reminded us, he's not the only warrior in the galaxy. Mando intends to hide out on Sorgan, but the presence of a mercenary naturally concerns him. When he attempts to track her, she gets the jump on him, and a bone-crunching brawl ensues. In ex-shock trooper Cara Dune, he's seemingly found his match, and they wrestle to a stalemate. Thankfully, Baby Yoda's there to cut the tension with a razor-sharp slurp of bone broth.
You want some soup?
Number 6, Mando takes out his crew. Chapter 6, The Prisoner. They say there's no honor among thieves, and despite our protagonist's code, his crew proves the old idiom to be true. In Chapter 6, Mando finds work with a former partner, Ran Malk. The job is a prison break, and it forces Mando to work alongside a crew of clear cutthroats, including Xi'an, a Twi'lek with whom he has bad blood.
Tell me why I shouldn't cut you down where you stand.
Nice to see you too.
I missed you.
Expertly dismantling a few security droids, Mando lives up to his reputation, but it's not enough to make his crew abandon their plans to betray him.
Funny, the man who left me behind is now my savior. Mando.
Big mistake. He teaches them a painful lesson in messing with Mandalorians, gets to once again reaffirm his hatred for droids, and gets the last laugh on the duplicitous Ran.
Are those X-Wings?
Yep, that's definitely a tracking beacon. Looks like they're launching a gunship.
Copy. Going in.
Number 5. Mando hitches a ride. Chapter 8. Redemption. In Chapter 3, the Mandalorians who come to our protagonist's assistance make an especially grand entrance thanks to a piece of equipment that Mando notably lacks, a jetpack.
I gotta get one of those.
Well, sure enough, in the season finale, Mando earns his wings, so to speak, from the armorer. His first flight isn't exactly graceful, but however clumsy it was in execution, this nearly impossible feat of aerial acrobatics felt truly inspired. Moff Gideon had our ragtag group pinned down and seemingly doomed, but with this daring maneuver, Mando managed to take down the villain's TIE fighter in a way few could even imagine. And now that the jetpack is part of his arsenal, we can't wait to see what else he can do with it. Number 4, Mando versus the Mudhorn. Chapter 2, The Child. After the Jawas strip his ship, our protagonist is left with no choice but to take on a dangerous job from them in order to get the parts back. It's a brutal battle, one that completely wrecks Mando's armor and pushes him to the point of exhaustion. Between this and the butt-kicking he receives earlier at the hands of the Jawas, Chapter 2 made it clear that, for all his weaponry and incredible skills, Mando is far from indestructible.
My ship has been destroyed. I'm trapped here.
Stripped, not destroyed. The Jawas steal. They don't destroy.
Stolen or destroyed makes no difference to me.
Seriously, had Baby Yoda not intervened, we think this would have been the Mandalorian's last ride. But hey, at least it would have been a thrilling one. We imagine that few have faced a Mudhorn and lived to tell about it. Number 3, Mando saves the child. Chapter 3, The Sin.
Such a large bounty for such a small package.
After everything that Mando and the child went through in Chapter 2, it was absolutely heartbreaking to see Mando hand off Baby Yoda to the client. Then again, considering what an impression Werner Herzog's character made in Chapter 1, we can understand why Mando might have hesitated to cross him. Regardless, Mando's heart ultimately wins out over his code, and he ends up returning to save the child from the client's nefarious clutches.
What did you do to it? What did you do to it?
I protected him. I protected him. If it wasn't for me, he would already be dead. Please.
Decked out in his new Beskar armor, Mando cuts through the stormtroopers with ruthless efficiency. The scene is simultaneously brutal and heartwarming. And just like that, Mando officially joins the small but illustrious club of protagonists who can look awesome while holding a baby.
Stand up.
Number 2, Mando versus the Bounty Hunters. Chapter 3, The Sin.
Welcome back, Mando. Now put the package down.
Step aside. I'm going to my ship.
You put the bounty down, and perhaps I'll let you pass.
Though Mando makes quick work of the client's personal guards, he's no match for a small army of bounty hunters, and that's exactly what he finds waiting for him between the client's base of operations and his ship. Mando tries every trick he has and proves yet again that he's among the very best bounty hunters around.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk to my ship with the kid, and you're gonna let it happen.
No. How about this? We take the kid. And if you try to stop us, we kill you, and we strip your body for parts.
Unfortunately, he finds himself hopelessly outgunned and winds up pinned down with little hope of escape. Facing certain death, Mando and the child exchange a look that, although fleeting, is absolutely heartbreaking. And then, our hero's fellow Mandalorians come to the rescue. Taken all together, this sequence is one of the most intense, action-packed, emotional roller coasters of the season.
Get out of here. We'll hold them off. You're going to have to relocate the covert. This is the way. This is the way.
Okay, you have to give us some credit for not making all of these Baby Yoda moments. I mean, look, we already did that list, but aw, look at his eyes, he's so cute. Anyways, here are a few honorable mentions. See if you can guess our number one pick.
No living thing has seen me without my helmet since I swore the creed.
I am not a living thing.
No, stop! We're friends. Kara is my friend.
But I guess that's not gonna happen this year.
Probably not.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
That's my line.
This amount can be shaped many ways.
My armor has lost its integrity. I may need to begin again.
Indeed. I can form a full cuirass. This would be in order for your station.
That would be a great honor.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Saving Mando, Chapter 1.
Subparagraph 16 of the Bondsman Guild Protocol waiver compels you to immediately produce said asset.
From the very first episode, The Mandalorian distinguished itself as being an incredibly cinematic series. While the quality of the CGI certainly went a long way in this regard, it's the climactic shootout that established The Mandalorian as must-watch television right out of the gate. The sequence strikes a perfect balance of nostalgia and modern aesthetics. It shows a deep reverence for westerns, while simultaneously making it clear that the cinematography and quality of the fight coordination is totally top-notch. Not to mention, hey, the scene is just a whole lot of fun, and of course, ends with one of the biggest, most unexpected reveals of 2019. Now that's how you craft a debut episode.
We'll bring it in alive.
The commission was quite specific. The asset was to be terminated.
Thankfully, this scene wasn't a one-off. The shootout in Chapter 8 boasted some similarly thrilling gunplay. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.